Hello there gang, DD DeVere here, another Past Blast, and I'm playing a little bit of Incoming, released back in 1998 and developed by Rage Software. As we put this game to the test of time to see how well it's weathered that same test. So let's find out how well Incoming has fared these few years. So, technical issues, some are present. There's no way of changing resolution for starters. You probably need to go into where you've downloaded it and change the executable to 98 or Windows XP on modern systems. We'll talk a bit more about some of the other technical issues in game. So let's have a quick glance through our options. So you get a few audio settings. There's some video settings here, very limited as they are. Your difficulty level. Switch through. I'll try a medium. Statistics, that's just about your system. Control options. So you have player 1 and player 2, and you can set up for joystick, mouse or keyboard. And again, we'll talk about that very shortly because this does have split screen. And then you can reset all your options to defaults there. So what we have in the way of content. So it did used to have network multiplayer. It was quite interesting because the game, as I say, also had split screen. So you could have up to 4 PCs on a network, and each of those PCs could be in split screen, sort of technically allowing for 8-player play. So interesting way of doing it, but of course that was then, this is now. So we're talking single player, as that's long gone the way of the old dodo. You also know I was talking of technical issues. I don't know if this is coming up, this is being picked up on my screen recorder or not, but this is windowed. I've found no way to get it into actual full screen. No way to get modern resolutions that I know of. Apart from, we'll talk about that shortly. So arcades, that's basically, you pick a map. Some of them are locked depending on where you are in the game, in your campaign. Then you pick an aircraft of sorts. A choice of helicopters or planes, and pro tip, Strike Fighter here is probably actually the best plane in game. And then you just keep going with a set of lives until you get wiped out against increasingly difficult hordes. So it's extra content, it's a bit forgettable, but it's there. So now you'll see we have 2 campaigns. And I think, ooh, 2 campaigns, that's quite impressive. Campaign action and campaign tactics. Well, in fact, they're actually both the same campaign. But the campaign tactics, well, we'll have a look at that now. That adds a little bit extra. That's not necessarily always a good thing, though. But they are exactly the same campaign, but the action one just doesn't have the tactics screen, which we shall look at now. So let's dive on in. We are at mission 1. There are 10 missions in total. And each mission is separated into little sub-phases. And then there's a few bonus ones unlocked at the end of the game. So here we go. So the graphics are definitely, well, they're very colourful. They were at the time. He's one of ours. I'm trying not to shoot him. Very bright explosions, very arcade action. Yes, here we are, gun turret section. So this was the big thing, of course, is that this game added different vehicle types to the mix. Sometimes you'd be in a gun turret, sometimes a helicopter, an aircraft, or a ground vehicle, which we'll probably get a look at all of it in the game as we play. I'm being targeted by something. But you don't get to select what, it's dependent on what the mission requirements are. No, that's one of ours. I should be looking at the indicator. Where is he? There we are. It doesn't particularly affect you if you destroy your own buildings and things. It does affect you can lose a mission, actually, if you destroy any of your own buildings. You also get penalised for the score at the end of the campaign. Alright, phase complete. So now we're in a helicopter. So this is perhaps the first big issue, is the controls in this game, especially for land vehicles and helicopters are not very smooth. So basically mouse control is completely off. it is not at all. We do have some secondary missiles for taking care of them. There we go. I'm being targeted by something airborne. You'll notice that the auto cannon in this mode just sort of auto locks to anything basically on screen and in range. Whoops, I didn't mean to land then. They're ours. They're ours again. That's not. That's enemy. I think we've got taken care of everything. Yes, because this is designed with mice back in those days, very sort of rollerball, low polling rate mice. It basically doesn't play with modern mice at all. So the mouse is off. Keyboard is better. You can't do a mix of both, by the way. But by far and away, I'm using my Xbox controller at the moment. Do not know why. It seems to be really it does not want to target him for some reason. Yeah, so the Xbox controller is not too bad, but as you see here, I've got very limited travel because that's both your forward. That's both forward and sort of point your nose down at the same time, and same for if you want to go backwards. Then it points your nose up and slows you down. So controls are not this game's strong point, in all honesty. That's why one of the reasons I mentioned the Harrier, because that's some of the other alien craft you'll get. They're fairly all right. They handle a lot more forgiving in comparison to the helicopters and things. So we are phase 2 of 10. Oops, that might be a little bit close.
Phase complete.
Sweet, phase complete. Oh, and now the ground vehicles. Oh, these are by far and away the worst. You see, you'll notice I have no real control over the turret as such. And the gun is again sort of an auto-aiming thing, except for it... Well, you'll see it sort of just randomly switches around, making targeting very, very hard. Especially when they're near your base and you're trying not to destroy your base. So if too much of your base gets damaged, you'll fail. This is the tactic page. Now this one's not too bad. I've only got a couple of gun turrets to my name to protect the base with here. Let's see. So we can pick him, and then we have to try and target... Let's pick another gun turret that's closer to the enemy, I think. Right, you now. Why are you not... I don't want you to follow. I think I've just deselected the gun turret. Yeah, this... There we go. Well, it's not too bad with this gun turret one. Just have another gun turret here. It's later on when you get things like tanks and Apaches. It can bug out occasionally and your vehicles just won't respond. And then next thing you know, boom. That's it, they get blown up and you're stuck with an unwinnable situation. You see those lives in your top right there? I've got 4 of them at the moment. They've basically got to last you the entire campaign. So expect to do a lot of save scumming. So the tactics screen, yeah, trying to mix in RTS with arcade action. Not a great idea, in all honesty. See, I'm fighting the auto aim. I'm trying to guide it, but you notice that the shell kind of goes its own way half the time. This is where it becomes a problem. Oh, that's the recharge bay. So, no, I think that was the tank. That was the enemy blew it up. So yeah, you can save at any time, of course. So the trick is to successfully do a mission at the start of a new mission, put a save in, because those lives are all you've got. So yeah, pro tip, don't play the tactic version. It just doesn't work. The fact it's trying to do a bit of RTS with an Xbox 360 controller is not smooth or fluid at all. And that all in is the biggest issue with this game. It is just well, that and the bugs. As I said, sometimes the game will bug out on those missions. You can't control your aircraft, get them to do anything, and then they get blown to pieces. I've also had it crash in cutscenes, and yeah, it's got a few technical issues there. You'll also notice that the graphics aren't particularly drawing in very nicely. Now, somebody has put together a Steam guide over on the Steam forums for setting up DG Voodoo to increase the as well as the modern resolutions, as to fix all those graphics issues. But it's whether you want to muck around like that. As you can see here, this is kind of out the box. If you don't do any of that, I'm being bombed by something. I'm being heavily bombed by something. Just going to try and get this back under control. And that's probably the next part of this game. You can get some mad difficulty spikes in this game. One moment everything's going fine, the next minute, because you can die quite quickly. And that's even at the normal difficulty levels. There's no direct way other than that whoop 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 to know that something's targeting you. See here now, I've got some vehicles detected west, so they're over here somewhere. Right, move down here. I mean, it's an admirable choice to try and give the game a little bit more depth. You notice they don't fire on their own accord. The AI, especially the Pathfinder on some of your ground vehicles, can be... Why have you stopped attacking? Because one of them's dead. Yeah, as RTSs go, this is not a very good RTS. Have I got any other vehicles? No, I've just got the two of them. There's the... I was looking, we'll try to find where it... Right, he's chasing him. Come over here. So I don't know why he suddenly stopped. Oh, now he's responding again. Yeah, the tactic side is extra, I suppose. Oh, it's he's jammed on the recharge pad now. So yeah, the tactic part, it's an admirable try, but not... Oh, right. Ah, right, got him. So yeah, if you want to sort out the graphic issues, you can install DG Voodoo to help. As you see there, you see if all of the graphics are missing from it. But you know, it's would you want to? So how well has it stood the test of time? Not great. The control issues mainly are the problems. They are by today's standards quite frustrating. As well as the odd difficulty spikes I mentioned. See here, something's targeting. I've got to keep my eye out for these other aliens that are attacking me while catching up to them to destroy them. Nothing too hard, but it's just occasionally trying to roll your aircraft becomes quite hard as well. I'm not sure why that is. So you do get a lot of content in the way of the arcade stuff. The choice you can, the campaign itself has got quite a lot of. So they're trying. It's not very easy to dodge their fire always. You never know why it is you're dodging it and why sometimes you're not. Right, there he's in range now. Good, good, good. Oh, that was targeting me. So yeah, the content-wise you do get a lot with the arcade to expand it. The quite decent length campaign. Oh, now I'm being hammered. Top right there's my shield, as you can probably guess. So it looks, even with the graphical issues, I mean it still looks nice and colourful. But it is mainly, yeah, the control issues are quite...
Aliens detected north. Aliens detected south.
Right, what have we got? We've got something I can see a... Right, it said south. Wait, hello? Are you mine? That looks like an Apache there. Oh, maybe is it all ground vehicles I've got? Okay, fair enough. Right, so where are they going? They're going that way round.
Let's jam.
Where was that other one? Oh, he's here. He's... You!
Let's do it. Help us out here.
Attack those. You come over here. So they don't... It's not... You'll notice that they're not automatically... They'll sit there until they got told to kill the enemy, even if the enemy's killing them. Look here, will you... Oh, try to get him...
Your command. Help us out.
Right.
Help us out here.
Oh, shut up. How can I help you out? I can't even find you.
Copy that.
Right, let's assign that to him. They will sit there and get destroyed. Yeah, as you can see why. Don't play the tactic version. Oh, I'm dead. That's it. So I've lost one of my lives now for the campaign.
Destroy waypoint
because I was targeted by multiple things at the same time because I was sitting stationary. And that tactic bit threw me off. Right, where's is it? At least with this air bit you don't actually have to spend too much time actually aiming, hard aiming. As long as it's on screen and in range, your autocannon will deal with it. Just try and keep my outfit incoming hostiles there. There's usually another one. So yeah, it is just these control frustrations. As I say, when you get some actual proper aircraft, they're not too bad. Oh, can the AA missiles get them? You do have some AA missiles, but as you can see, again, it's auto-targeting, so it's very hard to make it specifically target as a primary target that you want to get destroyed ASAP. And that down there, I want to try and slow down for him, but if I slow down, I'll probably get shot by one of the fighters. So yeah, it's not aged gracefully in many ways. Although yeah, the visuals, yeah, I'm dead again. See there, my controls just randomly stopped turning. Right. No, we're not in a good way at the moment, as you can tell by the BP indicator. Oh, and we'll have to redo that tactic bits. There is a recharge pad somewhere kicking around where I can get my charge and shields back. Where are you? Oh, and I crashed into a building instead. There it is. Just to shut it up. As you can see here, and trying to sort of land can be quite. There are a couple of different camera views, but unfortunately, because I'm using a controller, there's no way to access them. Are you on the pad there? Are we going to recharge? Are we recharging our shield yet? There we go. That's better. And I say there was some bugs and crashes with both the tactics version and sometimes with cutscenes inside this main part of the game. So yeah, it's not aged brilliantly. However, there is good news, and that is that you can't buy this directly on its own. This now only comes as part of a pack, which is Incoming, which is this game, and Incoming Forces, which was the sequel, the vastly superior sequel. Oh, I should have picked that one first. Right. Oops. Oh, right, I've lost a vehicle already. This is not at all smooth. I've got another vehicle somewhere. Come over here. It'd help if you just automatically shoot at the people that are shooting you first. Did we lose another? Oh yeah, I've lost another one. So this is. Oh no, I just wanted to select. Ugh. Oh, now they're both together. I'll try and get them both to attack the same enemy. Well, as you notice, the enemy AI also gets stuck on buildings. But yeah, so this comes as a pack with incoming special forces, both at GOG.com and over at Steam. Oh, now my lot are stuck on turrets. On structures. Oh. Oh, I've got to move quick. Otherwise I'm going to get blown to pieces. Come on, where's my speed gone? That's it. Right. Phew, escaped it this time. So I will, of course, do a video on the vast... No, I'm dead again by the looks of it. So damn, why does my... I don't know why that roll suddenly cuts out half the time. Well, not half the time, just now and again. Here it's fine. As soon as you desperately need it, then you suddenly lose it. Right, he's quite close because I could hear him then. There he is.
Phase complete.
Whew, right, there we go. Phase complete. So I think we'll conclude our dealings at this point, gang. So yes, I will definitely do a video on the vastly superior incoming forces. So really, yeah, I wouldn't buy this if I found it on its own. But if you see it as part of, because it's going to be part of a pack, you do get a lot of content, but there's also a lot of frustrations.
Reinforcements arrived.
Yeah, we'll hold that there, I think. But yeah, pro tip, definitely save Scum and play just the action campaign if you want the better experience. So thanks for taking the time to watch the video, gang. Hope you found this useful and entertaining in some way. And as ever, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to let me know you're alive. I shall see you all next time. Bye for now.